Hello guys! Today we bring you the most spine-tingling and hair-raising stories that will keep you up at night. Get ready to be taken on a journey into the unknown. A young girl identifying herself as Emily Brown contacted the 911 operator, Jennifer Morton, to report being abducted by a man in a teddy bear costume. 911, what's your emergency?
Please help me! My name is Emily Brown and a man in a bear costume from the park on Lover's Lane. I think he's going to kill me.
Okay, I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you try to speak up?
I can't. He threw me in the back of a van and I don't want him to hear me. It's loud back here and windows are painted black. I tried opening the door, but it was locked.
Okay, sweetie. Do you know where he is taking you?
No, I can't see out of the windows and there's a metal wall between the back and the cab. It's completely dark in here. We've only been moving for a few minutes. Oh God, oh God, oh God, he's going to kill me.
Okay, we're going to send officers to the area around the park. Can you describe the suspect and the vehicle?
He's a man wearing a filthy teddy bear costume with a big, creepy smile on his face. It looks like that bear that jumps out and scares you from the video game. I don't remember the name. Looks like one of those white vans that delivery drivers use. There were no stickers or anything. The windows are all covered with black paint.
Okay, we have a description of the suspect and vehicle, Emily. Can you tell me anything else about him?
I was just walking in the park to meet a friend. He was standing near a swing set and waved at me when I walked by. I waved back. He looked like he was there for a kid's birthday party or something, but then he started following me and calling out to me. He's got a really deep voice. And he kept saying things like, "You're going to be my little bear."
All right, we have officers en route. Can you tell me anything else at all, Emily?
I can hear the sound of other cars passing us. I think we're on the highway. Am I going to be okay? Please come get me. Just want to go home. I want my mom.
Okay, stay on the line with me. We have officers at the park and others are being directed onto the highway. We'll do everything we can to get you out of there.
Please hurry. He's going to kill me. Oh my God, I'm going to die.
Okay, Emily, we have officers in the area looking for the suspect's vehicle. We are going to find you. Concentrate on the sound of my voice. Is there anything inside the van with you? Anything that could help us identify it?
It's really dirty and there are stuffed animals everywhere. I saw them for a second. Before he slammed the door. There's a weird smell like something's rotting. The floor is sticky. I think it may be blood.
Okay, we have a description of the van. Just hang in there, Emily. We're doing everything we can to find you.
The van is starting to slow down. Oh shit, we're going to stop soon. I'm going to try and kick the window out.
No. Just stay quiet and be as calm as you can. Please just.
Audible thumping sounds coming from the caller's line, followed by a pounding noise. An inaudible male voice begins to yell in the background. The sound of a door opening is followed by screams and inaudible speech from the caller.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, hello. I just witnessed something strange. I don't know, maybe it was a joke. You know how kids do all that weird garbage now for TikTok videos?
Sir, what is the nature of the emergency?
Sorry, yeah. I was sitting on a bench at Lover's Lane Park. I saw a man dressed in a damn bear costume grab a young girl and force her into the back of a van.
Is the van still there, sir?
No. After the guy slammed the doors, he peeled out of the parking lot like a bat out of hell. Do you think this is some sort of video prank?
I don't know, sir. Did you see what direction the van was headed?
Yeah, sure. Fella took a left turn onto Fairview Avenue in the direction of the highway. Can't remember the road number.
Can you give me a description of the girl and the man in the bear costume?
The girl looked to be around 15 or 16 years old, with long brown hair and wearing a pink jacket. She was walking alone and the bear guy started hollering at her.
And the man in the bear costume? Can you describe anything about him?
The man in the teddy bear costume was tall. Over 6 feet, Looked like. Could be skinny, could be fat. Hard to tell with that Buffy damn bear costume. Looked like it hadn't been washed in months. Be patches of dark stains on it. Large smile on the mask. Creepy looking shit. Would have been in place in one of those haunted houses at a carnival.
Okay, sir, we have units on the way to your location. Can you stay on the line with me and give me any additional information you may have?
Yes, can do. I didn't see the license plate of the van, but it was a white panel van with windows on the sides. Too far away though to see inside. No stickers or logos or nothing on the outside. The man drove off very quickly, so I didn't get a chance to see anything else, really. I'm just really worried about that little girl now. More I talk about it, I don't think it was any kind of joke at all.
Understood, sir. We'll do everything we can to find her. Can you tell me your name and contact information?
Yes, my name is Matthew Bowman. My number is... That poor kid. I should try to help her.
Thank you, Mr. Bowman. The police will be there shortly to speak with you. Please stay where you are until they arrive.
Yes, I'll wait here. Please find that little girl. I'm really worried about her. I can't believe I just watched him take her.
Dispatch, this is Officer Brian. I'm calling in with a possible crime scene.
Go ahead, Officer Brian. What's your location and what's the situation?
I'm on a private wooded lot near the intersection of Highway 41 and Beulah Farm Road. I found an abandoned van parked 50 yards from the road behind a dense wood line. It's filled with what appears to be blood and stuffed animals. There is a broken Samsung Galaxy on the floor, also covered in what I believe to be blood.
Copy that, Officer Brian. Can you confirm if anyone is around or inside the vehicle?
Negative. There's no one in sight. I've checked the immediate area and it's clear. But the amount of blood is substantial and it looks like there's been a struggle inside. There are footprints on the windows and streaks in the blood. It appears someone was pulled from the rear with force.
Copy that. Please remain on the scene and secure the area. We'll send a crime scene unit and detectives your way as soon as possible.
Understood, dispatch. I'm securing the scene now.
Understood. Please stay safe and keep us updated on any developments.
Copy that, dispatch. I'll be standing by.
Crime scene technicians were able to collect DNA samples from 4 unique individuals. The amount of blood located in the abandoned Chevrolet Express van was determined to be of an amount that subjects from samples number 1 to number 3 were unlikely to have survived. Sample number 1 was determined to match DNA from the toothbrush provided to the Oakland Grove Police Department by the parents of Emily Brown. Samples number 2 and number 3 were determined to belong to yet unidentified females. These samples are being cross-referenced with missing person cases in various jurisdictions throughout the region. Efforts are ongoing to identify unknown subjects. Sample number 4 was determined to belong to a yet unidentified male subject. The source of the DNA is considered a person of interest in the abduction of Emily Brown. Emily Brown or her remains have not been recovered. Investigative efforts are ongoing. Similar abductions attributed to a mysterious individual in animal costumes have been reported in locations throughout the East Coast and southern United States. Wow! That was truly a spine-chilling story, don't you agree? If you enjoyed the tale, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. And now, we have another frightening story ready for you. I think something is wrong with my guardian angel. I first heard her voice when I was 12. The blistering summer heat beat down relentlessly on my friend Amy and me. It was only a short walk from the park to Amy's house, yet we panted and gasped with every step. It didn't help that we had spent the last of our money not on drinks but on cloyingly sweet candy that popped in your brain and stuck your jaws together. The woman who pulled up behind us in the silver car could not have been more of a welcome sight. As she spoke about the event currently happening at the youth center, with drinks and chocolate and a DJ and boys, I was skeptical. Not of her motives, but of how hard she was trying to make it sound cool. It was probably full of losers. Or maybe there would be no boys there at all. But she was offering us a ride in an air-conditioned car, and, if nothing else, the youth center was closer to Amy's house. Our mothers had lectured us on stranger danger countless times, but it never once occurred to us that this woman counted as a stranger. We had been warned of middle-aged men with vans full of puppies. Not young, pretty youth workers with blonde highlights and a clutch bag. To be honest, my hand was already on the car door handle when I heard it. Walk away. Go home. Onto the main road. No shortcuts. The voice was stern, like a parent, yet also sweet. Hearing it made the back of my neck tingle. I knew immediately the voice had come from inside my head, and I wasn't afraid of it at all. I trusted it completely. I tried to drag Amy away, but she fought back against me. She said I was being weird and embarrassing her, that I should just get in the car. I'd like to say I fought hard to get her to come with me, but I don't think I really fought hard enough. I was angry that she called me weird when I was just trying to help. So off she went in the car with the woman, and I soldiered on by foot. Everyone said Amy was lucky. She was found 3 hours later, physically unharmed. When I told my parents about the guardian angel I heard in my head, they tried to tell me that it was my own brain, and congratulated themselves on raising a sensible daughter. They didn't understand. There was nothing sensible about me at all. I'd been ready to go with the woman, and there was not a doubt in my mind. Amy didn't want to be my friend anymore. She thought I had abandoned her. She wouldn't tell me what happened in those few hours, but I knew that it was scary and that she thought she was going to die. I would never say this to her, but I felt such pity for her, because evidently, she didn't have a guardian angel of her own. My guardian angel popped up again every now and then through my life, more regularly during my young, wild days, and decreasingly so as I became a mature, boring, risk-averse adult. There's a saying, it never rains, but it pours. And for me, it poured indeed. In the space of 3 months, my boring, adult life fell apart around me. My husband's affair blindsided me, and overnight, the man I had loved for all those years vanished. I had expected him to grovel and cry and ask for forgiveness, and I considered that maybe, once he's suffered enough, I'd grant it. But no. That never happened. His affair being exposed was a weight off his shoulders, and now he realized what he really wanted, to pursue a new life with his mistress. My daughter, who I'd always been exceptionally close with, blamed me for her dad leaving and took every opportunity to tell me how much she hated me, until eventually she decided to go and live with him instead. I lost my job, my mother became very sick, and the roof started leaking during the wettest month of the year. Yep. It was a bad 3 months. I started drinking more than before, and somewhere along the way I stopped brushing my teeth and getting dressed every day. I started hearing my guardian angel more, and it was the only thing that kept me going. It was like a silver lining. To be truthful, I would sometimes behave recklessly in the hope of hearing her voice again. Knowing she was watching over me stopped me from feeling so lonely, and it began to occur to me that my guardian angel was now my only friend in the world. Sometimes, when the drunken or emotional haze would descend, her voice would kind of fade into the background. That's what happened on the day I died. I won't go into details of what happened, only that I either couldn't or wouldn't listen to her quickly enough, and I ended up clinically dead for 1.5 minutes. There were no pearly gates. No fiery pits. No dreams. There was nothing. It was like I blinked, and then when I opened my eyes again, I had been resuscitated. Brought back from the dead. Since then, my guardian angel has changed. Her warm, comforting voice is now cold and sharp. Instead of keeping me safe, she just screams and screams, as if she's in pain. I have tried to speak with her, to find a way to help her, but I get nothing back. I have tried to ignore her, to push the voice away, but it just gets louder and louder. There's another thing too. I can see her now. I see her behind my reflection. At first glance, my reflection looks just like me, but as I look closely, I see these cold black eyes. And as she screams, this thick black ooze streams out of them. Her gray, leathery skin peels off in clumps and she claws at her own face with long, sharp talons, ripping the skin away. I have tried to cover up all of the reflective surfaces in my house, but now I have started to see her whenever I close my eyes. I've been so scared to close my eyes that I haven't been sleeping, and I'm scared to even blink for a second too long. I finally slept last night. I was too exhausted to keep it up any longer. When I woke up, my own skin was peeling off and thick black liquid was coming out of my eyes. I can see her in the corner of my eye right now, and each time I look at her, she gets closer. Please help. I think something is wrong with my guardian angel, and I think there is something wrong with me. Did you enjoy the story? Leave a comment and let us know which one was your favorite. And now, we have another heart-stopping story for you. I found some old emails from my brother who used to be an Arctic researcher. I don't think he's my brother anymore. You know how you start do the most random things when you're bored out of your mind? A year ago, boredom found me trying to access my old Yahoo email and somehow getting in. I was hit with a wave of nostalgia upon seeing the updates and notifications of old games like Neopets, MapleStory, and Club Penguin. As I scrolled down, I noticed that there were a bunch of emails in the spam inbox. Curious, I clicked on it and discovered that they were sent by my brother Jack 19 years ago when he went to the Arctic for a research job.
Date, July 4th, 2004.
Hey Squirt, surprise, surprise. It's your big bro here. I hope you're reading this on the email I made you and give me a reply. I bet you don't know how to though. Anyway, we might get a kick out of this years later, so just be my diary for a while, won't ya? How have you been? I know it's only a few days since I left, but I miss you guys. The Arctic freezing and the people are cold too, pun intended. Like, I met this burly dude called Kafka who totally ignored me when I made a joke about his name. You know Kafka is my favorite author, right? On the bright side, there's a seal colony close to the base. Blubbery as they are, they're cute as heck. I wonder if they'll let me bring you one back as a souvenir? Peace, the best big bro ever, Jack.
Date, July 9th, 2004.
5 days in the job, baby. You, mom and dad doing okay? I wasn't getting much work at first, but the guys have entrusted me with a lot more stuff to do, mostly lab work, but that's fine. Work is better than nothing at all.
The Arctic is majestic and all, but there's barely anything to do, sad face, outside of work.
I'm pretty sure I walked 10 laps around the research base at one point cause I was so bored. The internet's bad too, and only the email software works. The people here are literal zombies. It's sunny the whole day, but they act like their joy's been sucked out of them. Maybe the cold's gotten to their heads. Anyway, I'm sure that'll change when I make the biggest Arctic breakthrough. They'll be cheering in no time. Your brother's a genius after all.
Tongue sticking out. Cheers, Genius Jack. Date, July 14th, 2004.
Hey bro, how's the summer holidays? Did you go anywhere fun? I'm finally allowed to go on outside expeditions catching seals and tagging them, mostly. That's fun. There's something weird though. Gotta censor this or I'll be in trouble with mom. Some dude came to the base and the people are all happy now for some reason. They call him Reverend. He dresses like a priest even it's cold as heck. He seems like a nice dude, but it's weird that he showed out of nowhere. I asked around about who he was and they just told me that he was a former researcher who found the truth. As for what the truth is, I got zero clue. Guess I'll play detective for a while. Catch you later, alligator, Sherlock Jack.
Date, July 16th, 2004.
Dear lil bro, how are you? Got any new crushes? I got a crush, literally. A chubby seal bit me and my arm was crushed. Just kidding. I got a wound, but it's all bandaged up now. One of the seals we were tagging wasn't fully sedated, so I got hurt. Am healing up now in my room now. Reverend held a prayer session when my arm was bit. I didn't understand cause it was in a language I've never heard before, or maybe I was just doped up on drugs, but all the researchers were crying. I was kinda creeped out, for some reason.
Stay safe, Jack. Date, July 19th, 2004.
Hey kiddo, you alright? I'm typing this with one hand. My arm's not doing too well. The color's all off and it hurts. I'm worried it might have to get cut off or something. Kafka's been nursing me, but he keeps chanting something under his breath. Reverend comes by and they whisper to each other. I keep hearing a word that sounded like Kathothi or something. I didn't know the language and didn't know what it means. I asked Kafka what it meant. The one under the ice was all he said before leaving the room. Weird, right? Anyway, your bro's strong, one arm or two arms. I'm gonna wrestle you to the ground when I'm back. Love you, Jack.
Date, July 21st, 2004. The email dating July 21st, 2004 was the last one.
Jack came back home in August, safe and sound. What I read never left my mind until I saw Jack again at a family gathering today. He was wearing a t-shirt, arms exposed, not a hint of a scar on either of them. I had to know what happened. Is your arm all right? I asked as we drank beer together on the porch. He slowly turned his head towards me, lips stretching into a tight smile. At that moment, everything about his face was just wrong to me. Why wouldn't it be? I looked into his eyes, deep vacant voids of nothing. This was not my brother. I forced a chuckle. It's really sunny today. Aren't you worried about sunburn? You used to get that a lot. He's expressionless and silent for a moment, eyes boring into mine, as if probing for something. I didn't realize that I was holding my breath until his features snapped back into a cold smile. I've missed you, little brother.
Thank you for watching. We hope these stories have kept you on the edge of your seat. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more chilling tales. Until next time, stay curious and keep the lights on.